So when you talk about a downgrade attack, what we are trying to do is get the other person to use a lower level of security so that we have a better chance of breaking it. For example, if you go to your website, right, there's a little lock in the corner that says you're secure. And by default, you should want to use the latest version of something like TLS, as opposed to an older version of TLS or the even older SSL. By using the latest version of TLS, you're going to have the highest level of encryption, the highest level of integrity by using things like AES 256, by using things like SHA 256, like we were talking about before. If we go back to something older like SSL, you're using lower grades of encryption. And so what the way that internet browsers are designed to work with websites is when you go to a website the first time, your browser says to the server, it says, hey, here are the things I support. And then the server says, okay, I can support you with that language or that protocol. So if I have my computer programmed to tell the server that I only support SSL version 3, then the server, if it wants to be compatible and talk to me, it's going to have to downgrade itself to SSL version 3. The problem with that is that SSL version 3 is crackable. It is not a secure technology. And so if we now are communicating with an encrypted tunnel using SSL version 3, an attacker can see that and break that apart. So generally with a downgrade attack, an attacker like a penetration tester or a malicious attacker or hacker will try to trick the server into communicating with your system at a lower encryption level so they have a chance to break that open and see what is being sent back and forth. That's the whole purpose of a downgrade attack.
So can the server prevent itself from downgrading when the
Yeah.
client?
Yeah, exactly. So this becomes a business decision, and this is where we always have the difficulty between the business side and the security side, right? So let's say you wanted to go to my website and buy one of my courses. I can set up my server so it only supports the latest version of TLS. But that means if I have a customer like you who is still using an older version because maybe they're using an old Android phone from 4 years ago that doesn't support the latest version of TLS, it's going to say, well, I can't support TLS version 3, for instance. I can only support version 1.0. And so if my server says, sorry, I'm not going to accept 1.0, you're not secure enough, I have now declined that customer to get service. So from a business perspective, that's bad. From a security perspective, that's really good. And this is why security is a really difficult thing to deal with, because in a company, we don't exist just for security. We need security to support our business operations. If nobody can buy my product because it's super secure, well, that doesn't do me any good because I'll be out of business next week because I won't have any money to pay my staff, right? So you have to make these choices in your designs and your development. So one of the things we do is we support the latest version and we support one version back. But if you try to connect to my site using SSL3, we're not going to let you because we say that is too insecure. We're not taking the risk, right? And so these are the decisions you make on a business and security side. And this goes into a concept that I like to call cyber resilience as opposed to cyber security, where we know we're probably going to get attacked someday, but how can we survive our way through it? And that's what cyber resilience is all about. It's doing a risk-based decision to decide what level of security I need to meet my business objectives without being so high that I lose business or so low that I'm getting hacked and it's costing me a lot of money. And so it's not about 100% security. It's about the right level of security for your organization based on your use case and your business needs.